Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Gather Round, a series of short chats with changemakers and people who support changemakers about philanthropy and building community through events. I'm Rhiannon O'Leary, founder and lead producer at Gather Co., a full-service events firm serving nonprofits and social change efforts. These conversations are brief, but as a woman in a 5'2" frame, I know firsthand that mighty forces can come in small packages. So here we go. Today, we're joined by Iosefa Alofaituli, the Executive Director of CIELO, which helps launch successful entrepreneurs in Orange County. Iosefa is one of the most thoughtful people I know and is deeply committed to social change. CIELO is so lucky to have him at the helm. I had the opportunity to work with him for over 5 years at Opportunity Fund, where we partnered to grow their community in Southern California. He did a ton of transformational work on the ground there, and I had the honor of partnering with him to leverage events to support his efforts. When we both started, they had a couple handfuls of supporters on the ground, and by the time he left his post, it had grown to a couple thousand. Please join me in welcoming Iosefa.
See ya.
Thanks for joining us. You kick us off by giving just a little intro to your role at CIELO, and a little bit about your personal background, anything you're willing to share about where you've landed today and what that tells us about you.
Yeah, well, that's quite a bit to unpack, but I'll start with the easy stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm the, as you mentioned, the executive director for CIELO, which stands for a Community for Innovation, Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Opportunities. And for those that speak Spanish, they know that CIELO also means the sky. And so in many ways, the description that you just cited is really to create a path towards folks to reach for the skies and fulfill their dreams, both as an entrepreneur, but also as a citizen, as a family member, as a community member. And my journey, although I just took over as the executive director about a year ago, I was one of the co-founders for the organization about 7 years ago. So CIELO really came about because as we were connecting and building relationships with our community to help them with economic mobility, we realized that workforce development, or at least traditional workforce development, wasn't the right path for a lot of these folks because of limited education and limited work job training skills. And many of them didn't have the luxury to be able to spend a year or 6 months in a trade school. So many of them are working in warehouses, retail, kitchen, cleaning homes, landscaping, and they're getting paid minimum wage at most, right? And so many of them, in order to survive, supplement their income with the side gig or side hustle. And so what we found is that was really how folks were making a living, but there really wasn't a resource to help them with that, right? And so we have organizations like Small Business Development Center and SCORES and other entities that help with small businesses, but not necessarily the neighborhood startup. And that's where CIELO really lives, is right there, connecting with them, building trust, and then helping them with coaching and education and training to help them formalize and grow those side hustles.
So thinking about that and growing your community and knowing that we're working together right now to produce an event this fall, CIELO's Night Market. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you're thinking of leveraging that to really see through that vision that you see for the future?
Yeah, I think there's a notion that nothing is original at this point. Like we're all iterating and learning and expanding. And so really the inspiration behind CIELO Night Market is the Taste of Microfinance event that you and I partnered on to help grow our Southern California community around Opportunity Fund, as you mentioned. And really the purpose behind that event was to activate our community and our client community so that there's a blend. And so people aren't coming to just your traditional gala, but they're coming to an experience. And so what we put forth was a platform or a space where our clients can shine through the food that they made, right? And now we're essentially leveraging the same, except we have such richness of clients that it's more than food, it's other services and products. And so the idea of a night market is really to showcase the incredible talents and stories of the clients that we serve. So there will be a showcase so that as guests come, by learning about these clients and their stories, they're learning about the purpose and mission of CIELO. And so
Yeah.
That's why I've loved working with you, right? Is that as we partnered to envision this concept, 5 years ago when we started this, it was really with the purpose of building community. And it was, and connecting the dots between our board and our staff with the clients, with the partners, with our supporters, right? And so where can we create a space where all of this sort of comes together? And we saw the result in building Taste of Microfinance is that there's a buzz. And I still remember a lot of our big funders that are big institutions and foundations. They would say to us that this is their favorite event year because it wasn't like some of these other events, and it's amazing food and the amazing community. So my intent, or our intention with CIELO Night Market is to build upon that, because in Orange County, like I said, we have largely institutional supporters. They can help to, I guess, steward in this engagement, but also like we're bringing in new friends to learn about CIELO, and who wouldn't want to be a part of a cocktail party with kick-ass DJ and great people, and
beautiful
most importantly,
space, great people,
that you get to touch and eat and right?
Totally. I think the fun of partnering with you all those years on taste, and now the new challenge in this new context with CIELO, is like really trying to figure out how to embody your organization so that everyone who's attending just can't help but feel what it feels to be a part of your community. And that's only done through like integrating your entire community through the experience, mostly with the involvement of your clients. But then everyone plays a part, like your staff is there, your board is there, your existing supporters, but then new friends who really can feel that. And your new friends and your old friends, all the idea of it being that everyone walks away being like, there's no way I can't be a part of this community because it's a special place.
And I feel like that's what happens when you center yourself on values and culture. Like just this morning we had our team meeting, and we start every meeting now with a grounding, a meditation, so that people are present. And I think it's also our opportunity to share what has been meaningful emotionally from the past week. And a couple stories come up every week. So unfortunately, like that's some secret sauce of like that we want to be able to share. And so like, how do we take these stories that we are engaging with every day and bring to life, right? And I think that's and it's not just bringing to life for the sake of I guess manifesting money, right?
Yes,
that's not our intention.
If that's your first priority, then
we want to manifest energy, right? And care and empathy, right? Based on these stories. And so I think that's what the night market provides, but it's rooted in our values and our culture and how we treat people and how we feel about all of our clients and our broader community.
Well, and I think your strong foundation of that culture and values, you then leverage the event to share that with more people. So you have such a strong team and a strong culture and values. And this is our opportunity to extend that out to other people. And that's really the opportunity with events, is really like spreading the word, helping more people come into the fold and really feel what it's like to be a part of this movement that you're building.
And it's also not lost on me that we are a newer organization, 6 years in. We're not throwing an event that's going to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's still very young, right?
Yeah, right.
I think it's stewarding our existing supporters because I believe that they're going to get stronger, connect with us, and they're going to want to grow their support. But it's building our individual giving community. And so we're starting with friend raising, right?
Mhm.
Fundraising. We're going to cover
Yeah.
our costs and raise a little bit more than that. And we're just going to set ourselves up for success between now and the following year's night market.
Yeah. That's the cool part. Well, we promised brevity, so I think I have to cut us off. I know we could keep talking forever. Can you share with people where they can find out more about CIELO and connect with you?
Sure, we are going through an exciting rebrand process
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. So it includes creating all kinds of new assets, including our website. So I'm providing our website with the caution that the new site might not be live yet, but it is CIELOcommunity.org.
Great.
And that's how you can find us.
And people find you on LinkedIn or on CIELO's
LinkedIn,
website.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
at CIELO Community.
Cool. Thanks, Iosefa. I appreciate you and all you're doing.
Well, we wouldn't be in this position to think big and leverage sort of the past if not for, your amazing support and talent. So thank you.
That's sweet. Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.